What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. Would you believe this is my 4,000th Dungeon Defenders related video? Holy crap. That is a lot of videos over the course of a whole lot of years. So for those of you all that have been around since the beginning, thank you all so much for showing your support and sticking with me over the years. Now let's just hop right on into the goods here. First off, we have a confirmation, y'all. Survival is going to be launching in Dungeon Defenders 2 tomorrow, August 8th. The target time is noon Eastern time. Now that is the target time. Of course, lots of factors come into it, whether it will launch exactly at that time. However, that is the time that Chromatic is shooting for. So noon Eastern time, maybe a little sooner, maybe a little later, we will have to wait and see. Now, additionally, the update is already in certification for Sony and Microsoft, so the goal is to have the survival update launch on all platforms tomorrow, August 8th. So nobody's going to be left behind. Assuming that everything goes through certification fine, then consoles will be launching at the same time or relatively near that same time. Now, to celebrate my 4,000th episode and the launch of the survival update, Chromatic did give me access to a tester build here where I could jump in and get a sneak peek at survival. Oh yeah, we have got survival mode right there. Now, before we jump into a map and start looking at some of the comparisons of some of the numbers and mob difficulties, what is it all about? Well, it's all about the chase for Godly Gear. Godly Gear is going to be getting a third stat. As you see on this relic, it is Defense Resist is the third stat. Now, how do you get Godly Gear? Well, Godly Gear will drop, or you can also evolve an item into a godly piece using godly orbs. So where do godly orbs come from? Well, it says so right on it. This is not like one of the other crafting materials, so you're not going to be able to buy this one, the vendor. Additionally, you will not be able to convert this one at the conversion vendor. You can only get godly orbs by selling godly gear, which means you have to get godly gear to drop, or you need to buy a godly item from another player. Just to confirm that, let's take a look at some player shops and see if this godly piece can be put in. It looks like it can. So, yep, you can buy godly gear from other players or find the gear yourself. Now, when you sell a godly item, you see I've got 47 godly orbs. If we sell that item, you're not going to be able to buy it back. So make sure you're careful and aren't spam clicking through multiple godly pieces. Look at each individual piece, as there's no going back. And we look, that one gave me one godly orb. Now, let's take a look at this armor piece here. If we sell it, that one gave me one as well. Now, I have had pieces give me 3 godly orbs. So I'm not sure exactly how that works. Is it dependent on the upgrade level of the piece? Is it random? I don't know. But I've got 1 godly orb for both of those, and I have gotten 3 from selling another piece. Now, say we want to upgrade this medallion to a godly medallion, then we would go over to our advanced tab. We see it's going to cost 30 chaos 10 amps. It's going to cost 5 godly orbs, and then 1.2 million gold, or 200 defender medals if you choose that route. Actually, it looks like that one is blacked out, so it's just going to be the 1.2 million gold. So we upgrade our godly gear. We got defense crit chance, 9.5% chance to crit on that one. It's a pretty darn good roll. If we look at the ranges, it rolls between 9 and 10%. It's halfway. But let's say I want something different on that item, and I don't want that defense crit chance. Well, we can come on over to our trusty blacksmith. We can throw that bad boy in, and then look at this. We are going to forge item stats. We want to get rid of our defense crit chance. This is going to cost 1 godly orb, 1 hammer, and then 250 defender medals or 70 gems. So if we go ahead and re-roll this, we see we now got defense range, 564 defense range units on that one. Now let's roll it again, see what other choices. There's another defense crit chance. There is yet another defense crit chance at the minimum. That one's a 9.9%, so obviously that's not 10, but it is close to it, and we will stick with that one. So that's how the godly system is going to work. So you're going to want to find godly gear, scrap the godly gear for godly orbs, and then use the godly orbs to upgrade items and to re-roll that third stat that gets added in. Now, when it comes to doing survival mode, we do know that just by completing a Chaos 10 expedition, you are going to unlock Checkpoint 14. Checkpoint 14 is Wave 71. So let's say we wanted to go to, say, the forest biome. We're going to be starting this one at Wave 71 because I already have Chaos 10 unlocked. Now, one important thing to note, and a lot of people have been leaving me comments or talking in live stream chat, and that is they think they're going to go into Wave 71 and completely steamroll it. And some people, without a doubt, will. I think I will. However, some people that can clear Chaos 10 are not going to be clearing 71 right out of the deal. Now, remember, you have up to Checkpoint 14 unlocked. So if you're struggling at 71, you can always back that up to 66 or 61 or even Wave 56. You have all the checkpoints up to that unlocked, so you can go back and start wherever you're comfortable. Now, here is why I say that. Now, we're not actually going to play the map, but I do want to just show the enemy level and the enemy scaling. So let's take a look at what Wave 71 enemies look like, as this will be your Chaos 10 checkpoint. So let's just go ahead and fire up a wave. We see the enemy level is 194,241. These Zerks have, what, 314,000 or 314 million XP. So that is the starting enemy difficulty, 194,241. Now, if we take a look at a regular Chaos Expedition, we're going to see that that number is considerably lower. So the enemies that are going to be here on Wave 71 are going to be way tougher than what you're used to in Chaos 10. In fact, just for comparison's sake, let's take a look at an enemy from Wave 1 on a floor 945. We take a look here and we see that the scaling is actually higher than Wave 945 at Wave 71 in survival. Now, of course, at 946, the scaling gets blown up as it goes to the ending conversions. So the scaling is between 945 and 946 as far as a Wave 71 start. And that is the difficulty that you will be experiencing if you decide to go in and start it right at Wave 71, which I encourage everyone to do, because that's one of the awesome parts about survival, is you don't have to play a million hours and grind through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of floors to get to any sort of difficulty. So you're going to have it unlocked right out of the gates. You're going to be able to run in there and start getting some real deal difficulty right away. So enemy scaling is going to be between 945 and 946 difficulty. You will have that Wave 71 unlocked just by doing any Chaos 10 expedition. So make sure you pop in and get that done. Now, I haven't heard anything else about the Twitch drops. However, there is supposed to be Twitch drops starting along with this update. I haven't heard confirmation if that's still a go. However, I will be live all day long from before this update goes live all the way up into long after. My good friend Aramir is going to join me, and we're going to see what we can do to blast through some survival maps. So super looking forward to it. This is a long time coming in Dungeon Defenders 2. We had an endless mode way back in the day, and we all know that that got turned into the current onslaught mode. And that was a big bummer for many, many people, as a lot of people like the endless mode setup. And this one is going to be unlimited scaling, unlimited challenge. So as you go up, you're not going to get to that cap that you do receive in onslaught. You are never going to hit a cap at all. It does go all the way up to, as far as checkpoints go, it will go all the way up to wave 501 starts. However, the scaling is going to be so much that it's going to be quite the challenge if anyone ever does make it anywhere near that. So by the time enemies get anywhere near that point, they're going to have near 100% damage resistance and be moving at like 200% movement speed. So as you scale up, once you get to the game's cap in endless mode, there will be a buff on enemies that gives them damage resistance and movement speed, and that is going to go up the higher you climb. So the challenge is here, y'all. If you want a true difficult endgame experience, Dungeon Defenders 2 is now going to offer it. So live tomorrow, swing back by. I am super stoked about this update and absolutely cannot wait for it. And I will see you all then. Take it easy.